Hi everyone. Our discussion will be child and infant AED. I'd like to start by just saying that many AEDs are designed for not only adult, for pediatric as well. And if you are going to be using the AED on a child or infant, you need to make sure that if there's the ability to do so, you would want to switch that key or that switch on so that you go from adult to pediatric, so that the reduction of shock is about 2/3 less. This particular model in our class does not have a pediatric switch or key. It's only an adult dosage. But on most AEDs, they tend to have that ability. So you would want to do that. The other two ways that we can decrease the shock dosage would be through the pediatric cables. So this are the two pads for the adults, and then here are the two pads for the child or the pediatric, and you can see the difference. The adult pads are very large in comparison. So not only is the pad smaller to fit a child, but the pad itself and the cable will help reduce the amount of shock. There's a third item that is present in some AED kits, and that would be the attenuator, which is a device that lowers the shock dosage so that it's appropriate for our children and infants. So with regards to the two child pads, you're going to see pictures. This one is showing that it is the front of the child's chest, and so it would go right in the center between the nipple line and right in the middle of the sternum. And I would peel and press that. As far as on the back, this next one goes between the two blades. I would peel and put that one on. So I'm going to need that child to have a bare chest. So I would want the shirt off. And I might have to roll that child to be able to do so. The key to note: if child pads are available in an AED kit, we definitely want to use them for children less than 8 years of age. So if child pads are available, we use them for children less than 8 years of age. If these child pads are not available, the American Heart Association states that we should use the adult pads, because some shock is better than no shock to try to revive this child in cardiac arrest. The key is whichever pad you use, they should never cross or overlap or touch. And that's why we tend to use what's called the AP position, which is the anteroposterior posture. So you want to put the one patch on the front, the one patch on the back, and the shock will get to that heart to change its rhythm. Last thing that I wanted to mention is a statement about infants. It is preferred to use the manual defibrillator, which you and I will not be using, nor do we have the ability to train you. That is for our professionals such as doctors and or nurses, and they would be using the manual defibrillator. However, if a manual defibrillator is not available, the next preferred would be an AED that has a pediatric dose attenuator. So the golden rule: use child pads if available. If not, then use the adult pads. But for children, one pad would go in the front, one pad would go in the back, unless that AED tells you to put it in a different position.